I'm going to be reading from my book again. America becomes a world power. By the late 1800s, America was economically sound and extremely productive. As far as food, the nation was raising more than it could use and producing more than it could consume. At the same time, raw materials such as rubber and tin were in short supply because of the increased industrialization. Some Americans saw these conditions as good reasons for America to obtain colonies overseas. Another motive for expansion overseas was articulated by Congregationalist minister and writer Josiah Strong. He argued that the lands of the earth were limited and should be taken by the Anglo-Saxon race, which was superior to all other races. He pointed out that Anglo-Saxons and other Europeans already were dividing Africa into colonies, were about to do the same with China, and wanted Americans not to fall behind. In time, the American desire for overseas empires became reality. Between 1897 and 1909, Presidents William McKinley and Theodore Roosevelt took the first steps toward making the United States an imperial power. Under McKinley, expansionism began in earnest with Spanish on Cuba, which had been of interest to America since the early 1800s, when President Thomas Jefferson seriously considered annexing it. In the 1880s, American capitalists began investing tens of millions of dollars in the island, buying up huge amounts of land to turn into sugar plantations. In 1895, Cubans rebelled against the Spanish colonial government. American newspapers, which had a great deal of influence at the time, saw the minor revolt as a way to enlarge their circulation. They sent hundreds of reporters, photographers, and artists to Cuba to cover the revolt. It did not seem to matter that there really was very little to report. When artist Frederick Remington wrote his boss, tabloid newspaper publisher William Randolph Hearst, that there was no war and he wanted to come home, Hearst cabled him to stay there, telling him, "You furnish the pictures and I'll furnish the war." Hearst and others did in fact furnish the war. Screaming headlines and sensationalized reports about Spanish-inflicted cruelty stirred the emotions of the American people. The newspaper coverage was the epitome of yellow journalism. The cheaply sensational, exploitive covering the news still favored today by some newspapers and members of the media. I'll continue tomorrow if I can, okay? Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on TikTok, please like and follow me, okay? Bye.